Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. LNKS dollar retest right now. Extremely high locate, so I'm going to pass. But good morning. Good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. Short selling is high risk. There is my disclaimer. So I haven't been up too long, so I got a few things pulled up. Yeah, share is super expensive. This is my biggest winner yesterday, though. Call it almost this entire move down during intraday. So it was another one of those halt plays. Not really seeing much else right now. Like DLTH, what is this? It's not very liquid right now. It's around some 200 moving averages, daily moving averages, but again, it's not super liquid. I'm gonna let it pump for a little bit, do some research. $24 million float, 97 million market cap. Looks like it's an earnings play. Probably not bad, but I just don't love earnings plays, so I'm gonna pass. That's weird. I'm gonna get that other backup scanner going too, so hang tight. Getting a little flush off of it. Yeah, I'm surprised we got another pop off LNKS yesterday, or we're getting it right now. Like I said, this was my best play of the day yesterday. And then I didn't trade till after hours after that play. But we might get back up to that 150 level. Let's see. What's your opinion on SWMR? My opinion. Let me get it pulled up, but you don't want my opinion. I don't know anything about it. I just noticed that new IPO. Yeah, No idea. Sorry. I will not be of any help. But it seems overhyped, personally. I think it'll come back to reality, but who knows? And the reason I said it like that is like that's way out of my market cap. So it's just one of those companies if I don't even pay attention to. But yeah, I like LNKS if it does get a little bit higher, but the dang locates are crazy on it. Yeah, I agree. AI drone company plus modern war equals hype. Yeah, it's definitely a hyped ticker, but again, I haven't looked into it at all. But usually when IPOs perform like this, they don't sustain it. And they just like, what did it open at? Like $5 with $10, and now we're 5x that. Yeah, they used to have a hard time sustaining that. Good morning. DLTH breaking new highs. So let's see what the earnings looks like actually, since nothing else is really moving. Uh-oh, CYN just posted at NVIDIA news. I wonder if it's about to bounce. CYN. No. Or not yet. Dang, I like these early pops, but just none of these are appealing right now. DLTH maybe, but I don't love earnings plays. But again, we're in a market where everything's flushing, so I should probably play these early pops. Net sales declined 10%. Full year still reported a net loss of 16.2 million. Direct to consumer sales fell 16.5%, but their net income did turn positive. Gross margin expanded. Full year free cash flow improved, inventory reduced. I don't know. Those earnings really don't look that impressive to me. Reported EPS of 22 cents and adjusted EPS of 23 cents. A big difference in their net loss, though. They did lose 43 million the previous year. They only lost 16 million last year. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hold up. I'm actually kind of surprised CYN didn't move a little bit. It's not like a collaboration or anything like that, but sometimes with NVIDIA just in the headline, they'll pump for a second. No one's gonna be ready for this one, but oh, here it goes. It's starting to make a little move. Yeah, if we were in a hot market, I would have saw that. I just would have jumped in and tried to take a long, just to try to catch the initial move up. But we're not in a hot market, so we're not in a hot market. Yeah, I'm reading the earnings off Stock Titan. Yeah, J Money, I agree completely. I know you mentioned before that you like earnings plays, and you got that big playbook. I might need to talk to you about that, but I personally, just the main reason I don't like them is because uh, you just have to dig in a little bit to fully understand. I like the quick PRs I can read and be like, oh, this is BS, but um, it's the main reason I don't play earnings is just because I don't want to dig in and miss something. And they said something on the call that's like game changing, and it's not in the PR. So um, there's definitely shorting, not financial advice. There's a strategy to shorting these. I'm just like half awake at this time, so I'm like, I want a simple PR. I want a simple AskEdgar profile that I can come to a quick conclusion on. But once they make their moves, as long as they're not a very big market cap, a lot of times they will give it back. But it's more just safety for me, make sure I'm not missing anything. But I agree. Real company, real sales. CYN didn't move at all. They were featured in NVIDIA's article about building robots with AI. I mean, it's not that impressive of a PR, but again, I've seen just the word NVIDIA in the PR, and sometimes it'll push. Y'all see AIM yesterday? I jumped off and was like, um, I was surprised with that move because y'all know I like patent news, and it did fade, of course, but it turned out to be I mean, it actually faded immediately, but it ended up pushing all the way up to $1.80. And I sold, I had some locates and then I ran out, so I didn't get to play it exactly how I wanted to, but crazy move. DLTH, looks like it's going to fail here. CHNR. Oh, right at the 400. So I'm grabbing some locates. Non-binding intent to acquire majority stake in HOORII technology. I don't even know what that is, but let's look up, see some stuff about this company. I'm in it. Just took a quick little stab. Oh, it's Chinese. Should have known that. And it's natural resources. So I might, if it keeps pushing, I might just stop out here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop out before it makes some crazy move on me. So let's see what it does. I might re-enter in a little bit, but right now I'm not interested. Baby float. Ended up taking a bigger loss on that one than I should have. What did I lose? Lost about 300 on that one. But I don't want it to make some like stupid move on me with a tiny float. It's pushing. And I might take a stab again whenever it like tops out, but so I'm back in. Let's see if we're going back down. Breaks new high, and we'll stop out again. Not the best entry, but 577. So let's see. Got my money back at least, but I'm gonna hold on to it, just see if it keeps falling. Oh, this one got frozen before? Yeah, this one's high risk, guys. Very high risk. I'm playing it just because the move is so excessive. I might trim some here. So trimmed a little. Got my size down, got my money back, but let's see what happens. Here we go. Yeah, I got my locates quick. I think I only paid, let's see, what did I pay for these? Again, this is a topic of conversation yesterday too. It's the first thing I do. Why am I having a hard time finding where I paid for these? Oh, here it is. Yeah, $4 for, it was their cheapest price, $4 for 1,000 shares. Banking on it. There we go. So trimmed a little bit more there, 453. Let's go. Let's see if we round trip. I'm just gonna hold the rest. Maybe trim some more at 420, but might see if it round trips. But I'm out of most of it at this point. There we go. Got a trim right then. And the rest I'm just going to hold, see if it round trips. I actually ended up doing pretty good on this one. Very high risk though, as usual. I'll take these sometimes. Said I was going to slow down on shorting Chinese. Kind of got into this one too quick, so I managed it, but worked out. So we'll see if anything else pops up. Still holding a little bit of my runners, but like I said, majority of it I'm out now. 90% covered already, so.
CHNR.
So I'm gonna get out now on those runners. Only 1,000 shares. So just watching it at this point. Kind of want it to make a sketchy Chinese move so I can short it if it makes like a shoots to like 20 or 30 bucks. I need to learn how to manage trades better because I always felt like 1,000 wasn't enough to manage. Well, there's some people that's taking way less than that. Yeah, 1,000. I just did like 200 shares, 300 shares, 300 shares. I made over $1,000 on that move. So anything under 1,000 is kind of hard to manage, though. Added. See if it keeps dropping here. If it starts pushing again, I'm gonna stop out. But again, this will this is a very, 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 very high risk trade. $7:30 in 4 minutes. See if we get some more PRs. Again, I got somebody that keeps up with these. He attempted to trade it, J Money. He tried to catch the second pop. He missed the first pop, tried to catch the second one. It didn't pan out. Maybe he made some money on it, but it didn't pop like they wanted. Did I take it long? No, short. I see your comments. I'm ignoring them. Yeah, look, I don't think. Yeah, if that's all good. If you take a long on it, it could pop for sure. But I'm shorting it now. No, the guy you're talking about, Ross, don't take shorts. So if it pushes here, I'm gonna just stop out of the few I just added to it. But yeah, I was actually surprised too, J Money, that he took it. Yeah. I think he was trying to catch the second bounce or something. Yeah, somebody will text me if I'm in the same play as Rostel. And I appreciate that. Yeah, but this one could squeeze. I don't really blame you too much on this one. 500,000 float Chinese. I mean, it's sketchy too. Just like shorting is sketchy with these. These can, even a long position is kind of, they can flush. But let's see what happens. I took a very small position. I'm in it now just to see if it breaks down. It's looking like it could, but let's see if money rotation plays a role. If it pushes over, what is it, about 535, I might, I'll just stop out, but I'm only in 500 this time, so. Oh, he did. So Ross traded CHNR, green 60. Not sure how he didn't lose money. Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we get a little flush here, and we're getting it. So I'm gonna trim some here, and then I'm not gonna overstay my welcome. So trimmed a little there. Now just holding 200 to see if we get a round trip. DOTH. Yeah, I don't really like this price action, really. And it's earnings, so I'll probably pass on this one. We got a new PR coming, new PRs coming out soon. Maybe this gets some money rotation away from it too. Who knows? But I'm probably not going to trade this one. So like I said, just holding 200, see if we can get back to like that 420 area. So we're getting some PRs coming in, so I'm waiting to see if anything pushes. I'm not really seeing anything. I want to see something, so higher probability. But again, I already covered most of these, but I wouldn't mind the last 200 flushing a little more. But yeah, ended up making decent on this one. Stopped out originally, for a small loss, but had a decent win on it. And now this round 2, a little win on it as well. So it got me for a second. Not really seeing anything else. So this one might keep pushing if nothing else runs. I'm honestly surprised it didn't push harder when I saw that it was a potential, what was it, acquisition and Chinese and baby float. LNKS, beautiful. That is beautiful. You paid the locates. I got to them too late. Did you get them earlier before the stream, Denny? Because mine were outrageous. I know we had this conversation recently about locate prices, but mine were over 100 for 1,000 shares. Oh, you had them at 520. Nice. Yeah, like I was saying, LNKS was my biggest winner yesterday, so I'm fond of this trade. Or this ticker. $100 for 500 shares now. Wow. Yeah. When I looked, it was north of 100 for 1,000, so that makes sense. So let's see if we get any other plays. Let me know if y'all see anything, but as of right now, I'm just going to watch CHNR. Doesn't really matter which way it goes at this point. I'm only holding on to 200. Again, I got in 500 initially, stopped out, lost 300, then made about a grand even on it whenever on the flush back down. Made a couple hundred so far on this second attempt, but if it gets over 540, I'm just going to stop out. But I wouldn't mind it, make a little flush to the 420 level. And see, and that's like, again, the downside of the blind stab. It works a lot, and sometimes it gets me in a low float Chinese. So that's why in hot markets, I tend not to do that as much, because if I would have gotten that in the summer, let's just say it was a hot summer market, it could have ripped. What is your average for 200 runners? 490, let me see, 493, because I hit it on the way down. I thought it was going to keep flushing, so it's not the best average. But that's why I covered pretty quick when it dropped to 460. It wasn't really supposed to play out like this. I thought it was about to keep falling. But I don't want to, and I'm not going to add here. If it pushes back to 6, maybe, but I think I'm done with this play if it tries to push again. But yeah, I think this one would have already flushed if we would have got a dang 730 PR. And it's starting to drop a little here. But it's still probably still too many eyes on it, I think. So let's see. I take it you added more than 500 shares in the second. Yeah. The second intent was 1,000. Rookie asked that earlier. Yeah. So when I do quick stabs, I don't go heavy. That's just in case I catch a like a, if it's like under $1, sometimes my quick stab is a couple thousand shares. If it's in like $1 to $3 range, it'll usually be $3. But once we start getting 4, 5, 6, my first stab is only like 500 shares. So my first stab was 500, and I always secure at least 1,000 though. Locates. So then whenever it got up to 6, looked like it was failing, I got back in again at 577, I believe. And then just scaled down all the way to the move to 420. Bigger than, obviously all you need is $1 move for $1,000, but I was scaling on the way down, so I didn't catch. I got out of some early, and then some I held. So roughly a little north of 1,000 on it. And this one, let's see if I can, when it gets to 420 again, I'll probably just close out these. Yeah, first stab 500, second stab 1,000, and then the third stab was 500 as well. Trying to catch this move that it's doing now. Once these Chinese plays are done with, they usually flush pretty nicely, the backside of them. But again, very high risk, pre-market, low float, Chinese, dangerous. When I say first stab, sometimes if I see a move just so extended, for the newbies, it's like before I do any due diligence, I'll just take a stab because so many of them just pop and then immediately fall. Again, not saying you should do that. That's dangerous, but that's kind of what I mean. I catch a lot of flushes that way, and then I go and do a little research. And if I hate it, I jump out of those. If I love it, I'll add more to it. So it's a strategy that's worked pretty well for me in cold medium markets. But like I said, when it gets really hot, you can get yourself in a predicament. So I try to slow down in those markets, not doing that. So we're dropping now, up about 40 cents a share on these last few. Kind of want to hold to see if these round trip, but there's no real distractions yet. So once I get that, I might decide. Let's see if we get what else we get here shortly. And rookie numbers, what do you, I need to learn that better. This would have been a big loser for me the way I trade. What do you mean? Would you not have cut? Because once it started pushing against me, I just cut. That's why I get away with it for the most part. And I used to get in trouble because I just always averaged up. But this is a perfect example. I cut, and then I got to add at a better price. So I took a small loss, but because of that, I was able to add more size and higher at a better price. It just sucks when you cut and then it ends up flushing and then you don't get to re-add, so you only take a loss. So it's kind of like the downside of cutting. You know what I mean? Like, it will save you from a big move, but sometimes I do it all the time. I time the top. I'll cut right at the top, and I'm like, dang, it's not good. I think I did that in after hours yesterday on SER. It started to push, and then I got out close to the top. So it sucks when that happens, but it's nice when this happens, because as soon as it started pushing, I cut, and then I added back a little higher. Watching CISS. Making a little move. And CHNR, let's see if it, actually I'm gonna pay attention to it. It's making a little pop here. So I'm probably gonna stop out of these runners. If it holds over 550. Added a little bit more instead of cutting, but if it gets over 550, I'm gonna cut. Because again, this one's pretty high risk, so if it starts running, I'm gonna get out of it pretty quick. So I'm out. Good squeeze at this point. I know, I kind of wanted to squeeze now, and then just us take a, or not us, but whatever. I will take a position higher. Let's see if it squeezes. Yeah, somebody told me Ross is back in it, so it makes sense. Kind of tempted to take a long here, to be honest. Okay, took me a little stab at 6. If it starts falling below 580, I want to. This is a long position. Let's see if we get a little bounce here. First one in a long time. If it breaks under 6, I'm just going to, and holds, I'm just going to get out quick. There you go, bought the dip down there at 606. Let's go. So I'm in the money now. Let's see if we get that push. I'd love to see it break a new high here, but I don't think it's going to. Let's see if it does. See what it does. And then maybe 8 o'clock we'll find some more short plays. But right now I don't really see anything I like. What did CIS end up doing? Just grinding up a little bit. So if it breaks under the 9 here, I'm probably just going to stop out of it. Eight o'clock's in 8 minutes, so Be looking for some new PRs during that time. But right now it's pretty slow. What scanner do I use? Trade Ideas. T-Mac control. So added a little bit right there. So I'm in 600 shares on it now because I trade my longs a little smaller. So still in it. I still think there's a chance it pops here. No, it's good, bro. It's in the description, but we joke around because I have the TradeZero like thing listed on my screen, and I always get asked what broker I use. But you got an excuse. I don't list the trade ideas. But yeah, it's in the description though. But yeah, I use Trade Ideas for my scanner. Let's get a pop CHNR because I want it to pop before 8. Because I think if there's money rotation, it's not going to move. Like, I'm not going to get that pop. One reason I want it to pop really hard because I'm in a small long on it. But 2, I'll flip to short if we just get a stupid squeeze on it, you know, like just a ridiculous squeeze on it. But I think it's going to drop here. Kind of looking weak, to be honest. No, it does not. Success logic. I can't even get mobile alerts on it. CISS is pushing. That might be the play. Let's see what the daily looks like. Yeah, if it gets up to this 135 range, I'll be interested. CISS. And I'm out of CHNR. We're about to be. Didn't hit my cover, so I'm still in it. It was like 1 cent away from hitting my stop. I had it at 535. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one and CISS. So if CISS pushes a little bit more, I'll be interested in a short. Let me do some research on CISS. Oh, what y'all say? It transports oil, so maybe that's not the best one to trade, but let's see. Oh, and it's Israeli, and it's 1 million float. Yeah, I'll probably pass on CISS, unless it just makes a very extended move. Oh, it's not Israeli. I looked at it quick. Same colors as Greek. Greece. Yeah, I want to see it push a little bit more before I get interested in it. I hate how AskEdgar doesn't say what country gives you a flag. So it did get a little bit of a flush here. Hasn't been too exciting of a morning though. I know, right, J Money? Why can't you just type the word? It's the same data you're pulling. Oh, Denny, I'm probably not seeing your message. So it's liquidate only. Let's see. I haven't even tried to get locates on it. Yeah, this stock is restricted for liquidate only. So I'm not going to watch CISS then if I can't even play it. There ain't no point in it. So 8 o'clock is in 30 seconds. I'll probably end up closing this because I don't like holding plays on the hour because they tend to flush if something else starts moving. I was hoping to see if it would pop, but I don't think it's going to happen. Or one more push. Could happen, but I'm losing confidence. All right, I'm out.
LNKS.
It's 8 o'clock, so we're going to get some of these fake out alerts.
SUNE.
Not really seeing anything. I was tempted to flip back short on this one, but if something else started taking off, but I haven't seen anything yet.
MDAI.
MDAI. Nope. This is a after hours play.
CHNR.
CHN. Oh, this is the one we're looking at. Is it bouncing now?
SUNE.
No. Still not really. It's not dying, but I thought it would make another push. But again, I'm not in it now. No position. All cash. If another play would have stole attention, I probably would have entered there, but a short. But since this is still the main mover, it could push. And let's see if it does it here. CHNR, there we go. It might push here. That we're back over 6. Let's see. Oh, it couldn't hold. Let's see what it does. SCR is pushing. I'm gonna kind of watch CHNR. Sometimes I get hyper locked into one play, and it seems like I'm doing that today. But I'll pull up that SCR. Yeah, so if it gets back up to, dang, this ended up gapping way down at 4 a.m. If this ends up pushing to $2, I'll be interested. So I'll get it pulled up. I'll keep an eye on it. They had private placement news after hours yesterday. Decent size too, for the size of the company, that is. Yeah, today's been underwhelming with the PRs though. Here we go. A little push on it. So we get a little bit closer to 2, I might play it. Actually, I might. What's the locates look like? Should I go ahead and grab them, I wonder? Oh, and they're cheap too. Good. So I went ahead and grabbed some. Might not be bad. I might take a stab soon. Since this is the bottom side of that move, I might just scale into this one. I got a position at 180 now. Small. Locates are, I grabbed some extra ones on this one. They're going up a little bit though. So next position will be bigger around like 198. I don't have it set yet, but I will in a second. All right, got an order waiting at 197 now. And then if it gets over $2, I'll add some more. Then if it breaks new highs from the after hours session, I might just cut. But yeah, it hasn't been my favorite pre-market session, that's for sure. I mean, I'm green, but not a lot of plays that I liked. Yeah, going back to your comment, J Money. I know when I reached out to TradeZero about the more liquidate only stocks, they're saying that what is the Apex clearing or whatever that is called, that they're putting a lot more on liquidate only, the ones they deem high risk. Trying to decide if I want to add here, honestly, or do I wait for 2 and just go heavier? I'm gonna wait for 2 since it's dropping. I was tempted to add there at 189. Well, let's see if it goes to 2. I don't know. That's a good point. Yeah, CHNR probably will dump, but it just needs something to take attention away from it. Like it's barely hanging on. So if there was something that really took off right now, and I think it would. You know what? I got some extra shares. I'm gonna start scaling into SER more right here. So added more here, and then the next add is 197, and it's a bigger size. So I'm only in 2,000 shares now. I have 2,000 waiting at $1.97, and I have a couple thousand on reserve if I need them. And see, as it's pushing, see, it seems like CHNR is losing a little bit of steam as well. So this pushed hard, which I prefer it not to since I'm in it. CHNR could probably flush. MOBX. Pretty strong little push on that. And this is my average. It's 1.867. So basically 187 is my average. But again, I'm only in 2,000 shares on SER. I have 2,000 more waiting at 197. Getting a little bit of a flush on it now. Up just 150 bucks now, so nothing crazy because I'm only in 2,000 shares, but I think it could drop back down to 160, so I don't even think I'm gonna trim here. Maybe that's not the right move, but let's see. Turn your volume up. Is it really that low? Is this better? The scanner screams and you whisper. CHNR is breaking down a little bit. Yeah, the scanner, I did have to adjust those settings once because it was a little bit louder than everything else. I might have to do that again. Oh yeah, it's... You're such a troll, T-Bag. Yeah, no, I feel like I try to give it some space so I'm not breathing in it. But now, thanks for the feedback. Dang, CHNR is flushing. Nasty. Not too many wise words today. Hasn't been too much to play today. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm so tired of these little cheap tickers. That's why I kind of ignored it. But we do have a 200 coming up right here. So what was the news? Super weak. Oh, the drawn war stuff. Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass on it. The fees are more expensive too on these tickers under $1, so I really like to see a pretty strong move on them. And this is a pretty good move though. And we got the 200 up here, so if it pushes maybe 65, 66, might look to play it. See if SER pushes here. Looks like I should have trimmed that VWAP, but all good. Hasn't broken a new high yet, so let's see. See if I get my 197 fill. I did, and I got another one waiting at 198. Didn't hit it though, but it might here. Let's see. And I'm in. So now I'll still have a few more shares. If it tries to wick above 2, I'll stab it, but I'm gonna wait and see what it does first. Only thing I don't like about this one, this was painful in after hours though. Because it just like, oh, here we go. So I'm about to do my last stab on it. Got an ad at 201. All right, I'm in 5,000 shares now. What's your average? It is 194.8, so almost 195. 1.948. Again, I got in a little early, so thought it was going to fail prior to it, but all good. I'm content with this. Because I have some locates on the sidelines as well if I want to stab it again. Maybe I'll trim a little here. I'm up about 300 on it now because I'm a little heavy. So I'm going to trim, get my size down just in case it pushes again. I can re-add higher. But I want to hold on to a decent amount just in case we get that round trip back to the 200s. Because I like this candle. Trimmed another there, 186, but still holding 3,000 just to see if we get that flush I keep talking about. Now if it gets back to 2, I'll re-add those shares. So 199 and 205 is the orders I have set. I'm so tempted to hit CHNR, but I think it's going down. Anyways, only position now is SER, so waiting to see if it pushes. I'm gonna add some more. If it flushes, I will cover, but again, I don't love that there's just not a lot moving. Can't count on like money rotation bouncing between these plays. $199 next entry, 205 is the other one. But again, I would say this is like a C setup. Nothing too exciting on it. A little heavier for a C setup, but that's all right. Because maybe it's like a B minus. Because it's honoring the 2. I like it unless it starts breaking a new high. I think I'm gonna scale into CHNR. Probably being hard-headed here, but I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm in. Then I'll add a little bit more if it pushes to 540 or 538. $8:30 is about 3 minutes away. So let's see if we get some. Haven't gotten that many great PRs today that really caused a lot of pumps. So CHNR was the main one, but besides that, there hasn't been a ton. So let's see if we get some more. Okay, added a little bit on CHNR. Then if we start pushing, I'll just cut this one. Seems like the money might be rotating back to CHNR though. Look at SER. See if SER breaks down here. There we go. Trimmed a little 180. So down to 2,000 shares now. Just because the 9's there, so it might bounce. Appreciate it, T-Bone. Added decent size on this one, so even though it's a small move, did decent on it. So would be the icing on the cake is if it breaks down a little more. And the money was CHNR as well, so I would love for in the next 10 seconds get a nice little PR that really steals attention away from both these actually. CING. That one's from earlier. No volume. Dang. Come on. If CHNR starts pushing a little bit here, I'll probably cut though, just because of the tiny float in Chinese. But if it holds over 550, it's going to stop out pretty quick. But I'd like to see something else move, but man, I don't know if I'm going to get it. Pineapple Finance just posted a PR. It tends to flush. PAPL. But nobody cares about it right now. Yeah, the fact that neither one of these are pushing right now and all the attention are basically on these, maybe outside of MOBX. If we just got a decent PR to steal attention away, I think both of them would flush. Yeah, still not super interested in MOBX since I'm in these two. Yeah, I love PAPL as well, but it didn't move. See if SCR takes its next leg down here. SCR is dropping. So let's see if money rotates back to CHNR. If so, like I said, if it starts holding over 550, I'll probably just stop at a CHNR. I don't want it to run on me. But SCR, pretty good trade. Be even better if it keeps dropping. MBRX just has a headline. I think it could move. Let's see. Not yet. Of course not. Yeah, honestly, I haven't got any assistance from money rotation on these two plays. So again, I feel like if there's a decent PR that comes out at some point that gets attention, both these might be cooked. If we get back to 2, I'll add some of my shares back on SCR. They'd probably have more success if they started selling actual pineapples. Yeah, their financials are not hot at all. If AskEdgar has cash need as high, should that be read as more bullish for the stock? since they will try to pump it up to sell at a higher price and have more cash then. I mean, I don't view it that way. I view it as there's a inevitable chance they're going to have to do some type of dilutive measures to get capital. But again, I mean, there's probably some truth to that, yeah. But I usually look at them after they already pumped. So maybe if you look at it in advance of the pump, could be an indicator. But yeah, I don't see it as bullish. MOBX ended up flushing nicely off the 200. It's hanging out on the VWAP. See what it does. Just want to say how pretty the 5-minute candle pattern on DLTH looks. Lower highs, higher lows. Which direction does it go? Dang, I was hoping a PR would come out at 8:30. Maybe we'll get one at 9 because CHNR at some point it's going to flush nasty, and all it needs is just a little tension stolen from it, I think. I'm in the money with it now, barely, but I wanted to see if it made another leg down. Because backside Chinese is a beautiful thing. You might swing MBRX long, short. Maybe if it breaks and holds the 200s, but I'm not a long swing trader, so you don't want my opinion, but yeah, good luck if you do. It definitely has shown it can push though. but I'll be surprised if it holds over the 200s. CHNR, let's see if we can crack 5. I think we might could keep going down a decent amount. But again, it's looking this week already. Just one solid PR. Come on, 9 o'clock. Here we go. Oh yeah, we got some FDA. Oh, we about to get a flush, I think. Come on, one of these pop off. Got SMX. Got some news. We got CMND. And of course, none of them's doing anything. Oh well, looks like I'm not gonna get bailed out. CMND, let's see if it starts taking off. I think it's just, what is the news? Reports successful ongoing treatment of participants at U.S. sites in its FDA-approved CMND 100 Phase 1 clinical trial for alcohol use disorder. Really would like to see it pump more. Maybe it'll get some legs here. There we go. Keep pushing. I don't think this is going to do it. It's not catching steam quick enough, so it'll probably end up dying. CHNR is popping back up a little bit. It's been a brutal kind of pre-market so far. But yeah, I think if CHNR doesn't get attention stolen from it, we might get one more push in it. SER, I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's just not making strong moves either direction. I think we flush, but I wouldn't mind if it tapped 2 one more time, get another decent size on it. Because I'm only in, I think, 1,000 shares now. Yeah. I'll live stream till 9. I'm definitely not gonna do market open today, but I'll live stream till 9. See if we get one more PR that's worth playing. But overall, kind of seeing a lot of comments in the Discord about it being a slow market. So not a lot of plays today. See if CHNR, if it breaks a new high here of this move, I'll probably just stop out of it and revisit it later. Struggling to hold over 550 though. Every time it gets up there, it flushes back down. So that's why I think if it's a decent 9 o'clock PR, it could be done. What's MOBX doing? Still kind of, yeah, all these plays are kind of not making any strong moves either direction. Kind of just hanging out. WNW's at 9 cents now. That's wild. Somebody just posted that in the Discord. You know, this is the one that went to $14. Talking about backside Chinese. That's why I'm still kind of hanging on to CHNR. Pushed all the way up to 14 and gave it all back. And more. It was trading at $1 or something, wasn't it? Yeah, $2 roughly. Yeah, no, it is insane. And again, I'm not expecting that with CHNR, but backside when they flush, especially low floats, like, yeah, they're scary on front side for sure. But just like you get those extreme moves on the front side, when they flush, they have some pretty nasty flushes too. But the problem is, it's not a lot in the market right now. So I think people are still somewhat hanging out with it. Got a position on it, haven't closed it or something because haven't seen that flush yet. But let's see what 9 o'clock holds. But I think we should easily be able to get a leg down to 460, 440 area, and probably more. What was your last position on WNW? I called it when it failed 10, so it was like 995. I didn't play it that well though. Yeah. Right somewhere over here when the 5-minute tried to push back over 10 and it failed, I got an order at 995 and then I got out at like 703. So caught a pretty decent move on it, but I bailed at VWAP. And a lot of people in the Discord, they held and they caught massive moves. SUNE. Too slow. So let's see if I get another fill on SER here. Not yet. I have it at 199. It might be a little too high, but that's okay. Nine o'clock. 40 seconds away. Let's get some strong PRs. Okay, we got a few coming in. Nothing that really looks that exciting. Man, what a trash PR day. So my SCR just got filled. Next entry 205. And I'll probably stab it again at like 208. And then if it holds over 210, I'll just stop out. Still a little bit of tension away from CHNR, it looks like. So I got my other fill on it at 204. CHNR is dropping. Might trim a tad bit here. And then just see if I can hold more for a bigger move to at least 460. Dang. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to probably hang around. I've been here for a minute. So, well, now SCR is pushing. I guess I'll hang out a little bit longer. Let's see. So next tab is 209, or where do I have it at? 208. And then if it breaks a new high, I'm just going to cut. All right, got the fill. So let's see what it does. Got a nice average now though. I made you enter at 208. It was the high right here from after hours was 209. So I wanted to get in because if it fails, it's going to probably fail in that area. So let's see if it pushes. Are you winning? I mean, I'm green on the day, but not anything too impressive. Now I'm back green with both positions. If we get a flush to like 191, I'm probably going to cover at least half. 191, 192. I actually went ahead and trimmed some right here too. I'm trying to wrap up the session. I want to be done trading. So trimmed a little bit there too. Didn't make much, but a few cents. And still in 3,000 though. So if it drops to, like I said, 191, 192, and then I'll probably leave some runners, set a stop, and just see if it keeps fading throughout the day or through market open. Set a stop at like 211 or something. Hello, hello. But yeah, for the people that's still on or new, so the reason why I'm still here is because I'm in SER and CHNR. So slightly green on both of them. That's basically the story. But I think there's potential for a bigger move, especially CHNR. There hasn't just been anything to steal attention away from these plays, so they're hanging in there. But I think CHNR could have a nasty leg down at some point. But most of the attention has been on these two plays, so how was the performance this week? Good. March has been great. Haven't had a red day yet. March has been really good, but it's been favorable short selling conditions though. Trimmed a little SCR here. 193 just got filled. Again, probably going to miss a bigger move on it, but got my size down. So I'm only in 2,000 shares now. And I'll probably just set a stop at 211 on these. And if it hits it, I stop out. If not, I will let it keep falling. And then CHNR, this is one I'm a little, like, my stops never fell in pre-market, but this is one where I get a little nervous setting a stop in pre-market, because if this doesn't hit, it could take off. So I might just manually monitor this one. I'm going to set a stop for it, basically 560, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to set an alert to get notified if it gets above there, just in case it doesn't trigger. But it might break it here, so let's see. Keys fell in this area, so I added a couple hundred more at 545. But again, I'm gonna have a tight stop on these. If it gets over 560, I'm gonna just stop out. Average on CHNR. $5.34. I hit it too early the first time because I thought it was about to tank, and then I averaged up at 539, and then I added a little more just then at 545. I think I'm going to wrap up though. So again, y'all know the plan. Stop 211 for SCR, and then CHNR basically going to stop out over 560. I think it has a strong leg down at some point, but until attention gets stolen from it, it might hang out. So it might potentially make another push, but it's Thursday. I won't be here tomorrow, Friday. I do that exclusively in the Discord. If you want to join, links in the description. And if not, I will see y'all next week.